Good afternoon. This is Sirena Nereida with Celestial Soul Wellness and happy Yoni flower full moon. Today, the full moon is in 25 degrees Scorpio, and in that we have it's all about fertility, passion, intensity. Could also mean some crime and over the top items. Okay, so let's talk about it. First things first, let's talk about the Sabian symbol. The Sabian symbol, okay, is about crowds coming down from the mountain to listen to one man. Okay, so that means that the people find value in what is being said. People are finding value and worth in what this person is performing or sharing or contributing to society. Now, the only way people are going to find worth in it is if that person themselves find worth within what is being said and shared. Because if they don't find worth, they're not going to say it with confidence nor love. And that's very important, okay? So we have all this talent and all this knowledge, and it's bubbling to the surface, and ready to come out and share with the world. Are you ready? Can you do it? Of course you can. I know you can, because we're here for that. Real quickly, I just realized I haven't said thank you yet to my artist, Wolfgang Bernard Rojasides. Awesome design. Thank you very much. He's talking about the fertility here. We have the maiden, we have the woman, and we have the wise woman, okay? And so that's the three, the uniqueness of the three together, because three is a magical number throughout our universe, throughout a bunch of cultures. So now that we realize that our worth is so much coming from inside, how much we deserve, how much we allow ourselves to deserve and to share and give, hence, the more we give, the more we receive. Now, if we're giving out of frustration or I gotta do this, that's not giving. That's martyrship. That's something completely different. Doing something out of duty is not giving out of love, okay? And you're not going to get the same results of love in return. If you're giving out of loyalty, that is not out of love. That's not a pure and conditional wanting to share, okay? That is sacrifice. That is taking blood out of ourselves and going here. And when we're doing that, we are not getting energy back. We are not getting life force in return. And it's just draining us and draining us. So be careful that you really know what love is. Be careful you acknowledge what someone is doing and what love is that they're giving to us. We can tell them, hey, a lot of times mothers, this was the month of mothers, of fertility, of spring cleaning and everything, because we need to let go, to push out everything, clean out, do away, okay, before something else new can come in. And that is the whole idea of this time, of this full moon, is acknowledging and realizing, okay, realizing that certain things no longer serve its purpose with us. By the way, I think I did say 23 Scorpio. 25 Scorpio. It's 23 Scorpio. So, oops, So, we really need to acknowledge that and say, you know what? If I have a tricycle and I'm my full-grown self, and that little red tricycle, those little ones, that have the little thing in the back, and we sometimes didn't ride it. We kind of like used it as a scooter. Well, that was fine and dandy when I was small. Okay, so I'm still small. But anyway, so when I was smaller and tinier, okay, and my toes weren't hitting the ground. But there's no way that it's really going to serve that much of a purpose now. But if I do away with it, if I give it to someone else who can have value in it, I leave myself open for something, for a better bike, okay? Either be a mountain bike, depending where I am, a racing bike, okay? Or maybe just a Schwinn for the beach or something. But I need to scoot it out of the way, offer it to someone else, recycle what we found was worthy, but no longer are using. A lot of people hold on to things, they're the Patriarchs, little chipmunks. you know, and they don't want to let go because they had such wonderful, great memories, and so they've accumulated, but they can't. Now they're living within their memories. They're not living in the present. They're not living in the future. They're just actually now encaged and imprisoned by the past. And so we have to realize that certain cultures and traditions, okay, certain ideologies from the past no longer serve the purposes of today in our lives. Okay, we can renovate them, put them as something new, and transform them. After all, that's what Scorpio is all about, transformation. That's why we have the three symbols there, because the maiden, the child, transforms herself into a very fertile maiden, okay? And from the maiden there, you know, went from child little girl to the fertile maiden, and then to the wise, experienced feminine essence who shares, the shaman who shares with the rest of the, you know, community, okay? We are always going through transformations. And hence, with this full moon, okay, so are we, our body, our spirit, our mind, just like a flower. It's called a flower full moon, the Yoni, because just like a flower, it starts off as a seedling and it nourishes itself. It needs to, from the earth, from the air, from the fire of the sun, okay, and the water. And it's going through different stages, and at different stages it offers different energies. Sometimes it's also offering and giving, you know, what's a seedling to others and inside the earth. We don't even realize that. And then as a stem, we already see it, you know, and it's like, oh wow, it's already giving off energy. It might not be the flower that we had anticipated, but it's still giving off that energy that we need, okay? We need that oxygen, and it's always giving, but it takes also the flower, the tree, the plant takes our negative energy, takes our toxins, our carbon monoxide, and transforms it into living force of, okay, oxygen. So we have to remember that if we want to give, we need to accept. You notice I use the word accept and not take. We need to accept what is being offered. Okay, sometimes we get gifts and we're like, okay, they gave me a pen. Thank you. But how about if you're a reader? And how about you make marks in your books all the time? That pen would be like, oh wow, thank you. I need it. I just ran out. And something so simple as a highlighter, a pen, will help transform, and you taking that energy, and you are then able to give back because you are writing notes and then sharing it with others. So sometimes we need to be aware. We are not even aware sometimes of what we need, or we don't focus on it, and when someone else gives it, we're like, oh gosh, you know, why are they doing that? We can always use it and put it into our lives. So think of it that way. Now also too, you need to know how to love yourself. Take some time out. Hang out with the trees and plants. And it's very important, okay? Because with this time, all right, we're talking about planetary aspects. And so we have some interesting things going on. So we have Venus right now, and it's squaring Pluto. Oh my goodness. We got Venus, love, not passion. Okay, love. It gives, it receives. It's also the planet of money. Okay, and so Capricorn, all right, Pluto's in Capricorn. That side, we've been talking about Pluto and Capricorn, oh my goodness, for about over a year now. And it's that psychological things breaking through unnecessary ideologies, crappy, bad, old habits and ideas and perspectives and belief systems and traditions and society slavery. Because, yes, that's what it is. All institutions are permissive societal slavery, okay, where they control because they don't know how to accept your uniqueness. It's the bottom line, okay? You say, oh, but they give me money. Yeah, it's not a gift. You worked for it according to what they wanted. Okay? Not unless you're your own boss. All right? So remember that. So now we're having conflict square. When Venus squares Pluto, squares cause conflict, tension. Okay? So what's happening is belief systems, okay, perspectives are interfering of blossoming love. And on top of that, Venus is in Aries. So Venus wants to charge ahead, impulsive, say yes. Okay, we're going to see a lot of one-night stands happening, a lot of love at first sight. No, that's lust at first sight. And really, let me just warn you: anytime you see that thunderbolt, feel that thunderbolt, that lightning rod, we really say in the esoteric world, that's your soul acknowledging karma issues. It's your choice if you want to interact with that and say yes, or say, you know what, I'm above that. I don't need that lesson anymore. Thank you, though. Thank you for the warning. I'm out. So really understand the difference, okay? A third dimension person is going to be like, oh, that's love. A fifth dimension person is going to realize, saying, oh, that was the past lives. I'm sorry. They wish them hoponomo. They, send healing, loving light to them. They just say to their soul, I apologize for the pain that was interchanged with us, and I wish you peace and love, and acknowledge your being, you know, and then we let it go. There is different levels of love, and a lot of people are still on the third dimension. We're trying to get you guys all on the fifth. Woohoo! You know what they say? Woo! Okay, so let's continue. So there's going to be needing to face ourselves and realize what is our obstacle, what is impeding us towards love. Okay, for a lot of people, what's impeding them towards love is not that they can't find love. They don't know what it is. There's no love inside here. Oh, yes, I can love. Yes, you can love according to your rules. Love has no rules. Love is an allowance. Love is giving. Love is allowing and receiving. But a lot of people are not in that level. But it's okay. We slowly are getting there, especially with this new, ever since 2012, the Galactical Center and all that. We're going, we're moving, and everybody's going to be in oneness, okay? So let's continue here. Mars, okay, is in Libra, retro in Libra, okay? So already has obstacles, plus it's in Libra. Mars wants to think of itself. It's like, aha, that's the warrior, and it's all about me. Remember, Mars rules Aries, which is funny because Venus is in Aries, and Venus rules Libra, which is funny because Mars is in Libra, so we got an opposition too, which we'll talk about. But okay, Mars right now is in conjunct with Vesta. Vesta's orderly. Vesta. Now, everybody talks about the Roman Vestas. They were the ones who didn't interact intimately. They kept the fire burning. Purification. Before the Romans were the Greeks and the Phoenicians and the Babylonians. And let me tell you, the original, the true Vestas, before the patriotic society of the Romans came and the Christians who demanded change and control over the women. Okay, where matriarchic societies ruled, where there was love and given to feminine deities, okay, and also to Mother Gaia. Well, understand that in those cultures and traditions and originality, Vesta, all right, was the healing feminine essence. The Vesta virgins, which virgins really mean not someone who didn't have sex, but someone who was not partnered. And it was okay. Those women who offered healing through intimacy, through water, through nurturing, okay? And it's healing. All right, someone might be watching this saying, yeah, I go to a prostitute for that. It's not the same, okay? Kind of think of a massage therapist, a mother, all right, a lover, a wife, and a prostitute all in one. Kind of like that Berlin song, I'm a little girl, I'm your mother. He's like, I'm a man, I'm a man, I'm a man. Okay, well, the Vesta Virgins did that, and it's healing. So what it's saying with Mars retrograde is we are healing that need to be a warrior and to only think of itself and say, me, 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 what is going on? I got to have some major purpose, when Vesta is trying to explain to Mars and show with its love that your purpose is contributing and sharing within your relationships, okay? providing the nurturing and understanding, providing the stability. Remember, Libra is a, cardinal sign. It's going to have the idea. So is Aries, all right? So it's going to need that stable idea to move forward, all right? Not all stability is found in your fixed signs. It also is found within the cardinal signs. Ooh. Oh, the fan is on and it's hitting me. And just so you know, it is 103 degrees here where I am filming from. That's hence why I'm not. I was gonna go outside. It was just too hot. I was like already sweating and everything. I was like, oh no, can't do it. We're doing it here from indoors with the fans and stuff. So, oh, sorry about that. I always sneeze with direct air. Please bear with me during this time. No matter how much of editing is gonna fix that. That's just me. Don't like unnatural air. So continuing on. So we need to deal. Oh, here we go again. Ah, okay. It is dealing with the issues that already was made in the past. So certain issues that were done in the past no longer also serve its purpose. And Vesta is trying to tell us that and nurture it and say, let it go. Let it go. This is all about letting go this season. Just let it go. Someone said, "Da, da, da," let it go. Someone tells you they're negative, so let it go. You know? And it's like, oh, I feel it. Let it go. Let it go. Because by letting go, we open up. If we dwell in that negativity, we're not allowing us to have space for new adventures in love to come into our life. And we are not allowing ourselves to transform, so we have to. When we talk about our problems all the time, all the time, all the time. So I know what we do once in a while I need to release. So keep it short, keep it simple, and say, okay, ha ha ha, let's move on. All right? So we have to let it go. And that is what Vesta is telling Mars. Okay, we talked about real briefly how Mars is opposite Venus, and they're in each other's, signs. So the rulerships is in opposition, so there's a confusion. So we have right now where we're seeing a lot of females taking on masculine essence and a lot of males taking on feminine essence, all right? I didn't say femininity or masculinity. We're talking about essence. It's much different, all right? Okay, and so what happens is when they're trying to get together, all of a sudden we have these beta men and alpha women, and if you're an inside you think you're an alpha male, you're not feeling the passion that's exactly what you wanted. So yes, you're being intimate, you're being sexual, but it's not overwhelming, it's not healing as much, and it's not satisfying. So you're going to go and keep doing it, but remember, find out, are you really portraying the masculine essence, men, or are you portraying the feminine essence? And know that you're going to only attract the opposite. Same thing, women. If you're finding you keep getting these whiny men, this and that, you're projecting a lot of masculine essence, a lot of domineering character, okay? You're going, well, I have to because they don't take so. Well, there are some, and there's a time to leave it at the door and at home be feminine, okay? And that's all right. Always discipline. Remember, the whole key about living and having soul growth is discipline, not depriving. Discipline is knowing a balance. Depriving is like abstinence, never having it, never knowing it. I can say goodbye to it because I don't care for it, all right? Discipline is having had some and going, this is good, but today I'm not going to have that much, or I'm not going to have any today. I'm going to save for another day. That is true balance and discipline. Okay, so going along, so this opposition creates powerful attractions, but not attractions that are going to be sustaining. So understand that, and they're going to be, loaded with obstacles, impediments, and hurdles because Saturn is in retrograde in Scorpio. Okay, so any new projects, any new love, any new plan commenced during this time is just going to require, realization that there's a lot of hurdles. Okay, so it might not be worth, you might want to do probation period, trial runs until after July 20th, okay? So now moving right along with our planetary aspects, we have Mercury. It's in Gemini and it's square Neptune, which is in Pisces. So Mercury, talk. Mercury rules Gemini, okay? It's here, it's there. A lot of, superficial. I mean, that's the Inquirer, People Magazine, all those type of magazines, the Star, all right, the Gossipers. Those are your Mercury people. Nothing's, they delve in the negativity of other people, and then they rule off and they grab that energy. Okay, and if not, they're going to create it so they can live off it. And then they're going to go and disperse it and move really quickly. And they are really smart about moving quickly because that way you can pin them down and take their energy. They're just going thrum, 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 like the hummingbird, taking all the energy. Okay, and so you have to be careful, especially because it's squaring Neptune. Okay, Neptune wants to heal. It's in Pisces. It's saying, relax, enjoy. Okay? Dream. Gemini's like, how can I dream? I need to see so-and-so. I need to see. Gemini's all about people. Pisces is all about nature and water and going with the flow, okay? And feeling the waves of the universe and life. And Neptune kind of like blinds of what's going on. So a lot of times in these conversations, because Mercury is in Gemini, we are not really hearing or seeing what is going on. We're only taking in what is convenient for us, okay? So if I said, the soap car races, the soapbox car races, okay, were down and dirty, all you could probably hear is the cars were down and dirty and had no idea that there was a whole pun intended because it was soapbox. And so then you go and repeat the story, and then it gets, thrashed and cut even more open, and it's just like, no. Okay, so you got to make sure we're hearing the whole story. This is also a time we need to be careful of taking in anything that can intoxicate us, all right? Medication. We want quick fixes with Mercury. We're like, oh, yes, it says take 7 pills, take a pill, and I'm fine. You're not fine. If you need a pill to get better, you're screwed up. You're not fine. The pill is numbing you. Not until you take the time to heal. And that is what is necessary with this full moon. This Scorpio, we need to heal, rest, okay? Indulge in the pleasures and positive pleasures, natural positive pleasures of life, okay? So if you are taking medications, you are sorry, but I'm going to tell you the truth. You haven't taken enough steps to get one with your health, to cleanse all the toxins. And I'm talking, well, I've been sick since I was a little girl. Well, guess what? You've been being fed crap since you were a little girl. Okay? Yes. Remember, our bodies are barrels, and if it hasn't been scraped out, okay, you're just accumulating until it breaks. Bottom line, I know, but I'm taking advantage completely of the Yoni full moon and the Scorpio full moon and telling you as it is. Because you need to transform, because that's what this full moon's all about too. Okay, so we're going to continue. Remember, this is time because of Gemini and Mercury and Gemini. It's about siblings, all right? So interaction with siblings. And maybe we have some siblings because of Neptune's and Pisces that are gone, that are far away from us, so we don't have access to them. We're not hearing exactly what's going on. There could be betrayal within that, all right? Unintentional or intentional, so with certain gossips, be careful of secret rendezvous also during this time. So it will come out negatively. All right, we have Venus in Aries conjunct Uranus. So this is the time, again, Uranus is sudden, impulsive, spontaneous, which is a positive, right? Okay, and then you have Venus in Aries, and Venus is all about love. So again, we're talking about, that lightning bolt, that thunderbolt inside, okay? Impulsive, sudden attractions, one-night stands, okay? Breaking through any restrictive, relationship that does not honor our true, authentic self. There are some people who really think that they're loving someone, but then they say, I want you to change. You cannot do this. I don't like you doing that. You are no longer to do this. You know what? I cannot support what you are doing. They don't love you. They don't even like you. And you just say, okay, we cut the cord. You go ahead. And I'm going to be me. Because I need to be loved. After a while, that person's going to make you feel that you're unworthy to be loved. Okay, and they're feeding off that negative energy. And that's not love. That's control issues, and that's them attempting to feed off and be a emotional vampire because they themselves can't find love and worthiness and deservedness within themselves. Okay, they need help. Those are passive aggressives and controlling bullies, okay? So that is not love whatsoever. So acknowledge that, realize it, cut the cord while it's still new and easy. And that's why it's important to date. It's important to court. A lot of people want to get married after 2 years. What the heck is wrong with you? Okay, do you know that we can hide who we are, especially in this complex life, for so long, and you want to hurry up and get married and connect and handcuff yourself to a situation that you're only going to resent later because you didn't take the time to really get to know the person and to see if they can give you the love that you require because you didn't actually express to them that you required that kind of love. And so you're demanding a certain kind of love when they already shared with you they can't give that love. Okay, so who's the one screwed up? You are. Okay? Anybody who's divorcing, those two people are acknowledging they did not take the time. They did not see who they are. And they're also saying, I'm at a different phase of my life. So before you're pushing just to fulfill society's ideas of self-worth, because that's not really what it is, okay, I have taught too many years in the public education system, elementary, junior high, high school, adult school, to always see the same thing happen. It's not worth it. Okay, so now moving right along, we have Saturn in Scorpio. Okay, and with Saturn in Scorpio, it's conjunct the moon in Scorpio. So this is a time of stability. Okay, it is a time of needed, though we want to say it's so fixed, but fixed and focused within our emotions for need of transformation. Okay, people keep thinking fixed as cemented in. Scorpio's about transformation, all right? It means being steady on the course, all right? So that way it can get to the next stage, the next phase of life, all right? It's not all about this is it and this is, I'm not moving. That's your Taurus, okay? The hooves in the ground, all right? This is about transformation and being open for transformation. But to transform, we need to rip ourselves out of our old skin, out of our old style, so we can become new, all right? And wonderful, more wonderful than we already are, okay? So, this is also realize that this is time of our intuition. So make sure you're there with your pineal gland and open your crown chakra to connect with the oneness of our divine creator and source. Okay. So now we have Jupiter in Capricorn, and it is trining Chiron in Pisces, which is trining Saturn in Scorpio. It is wonderful. Okay. This is awesome. Remember, we just talked about Saturn and Scorpio, about stability, keeping to the course, right? Asking for transformations, okay? Seeing how our sacral chakra is blooming and it needs, okay, to be open and to give and to receive. Well, we got Jupiter in Cancer, which is all about nurturing, okay? And it's about inner abundance and, taming that fear and that child, okay? And so Jupiter's about abundance and giving, giving and receiving that. And then we have Chiron, the wounded healer, okay, is in Pisces. Pisces with the healing water and the wounded healer there, and it's trine. Trine means it all works together, okay? And it's working wonderfully, and it's giving, and it's taking. We have that magic number as 3 all the time, okay? It's not 2, it's 3. All right, and we got to remember, because that way when things aren't working, we're going, remember 3, 1, 2, 3, we have that energy exchange, and it's wonderful. It's giving, and we can bathe in it and then share it back, kind of like basketball. I got the ball, I'm doing this, and boom, here we go, and someone else catches it and goes, and here I'm going to share it with you, okay? Same thing with soccer. That is a wonderful exchange in teamwork and acknowledgement that it cannot happen alone. It cannot happen alone, not at all. So, exchange that energy with your children, because it is about the reproductive and the fertility of who we are. Exchange that energy with nature, all right, with water, okay? It's very important. Let yourself heal. Give yourself time to relax and enjoy the pleasures and deep, pleasures of the body, okay, and our senses. About tasting, mm, and go, oh my goodness, what are the ingredients of this? I'm actually thinking of camarones a mojo de ajo right now, if you don't know. Mm, Shrimp bathed in, garlic butter, the asparagus. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so back to this astrology here. So that is the wonderful things that are going on right now, okay? So, the planetary aspects. So now we're going to talk about, real quickly, about the different uh, zodiac signs, okay? And the different zodiac signs we have going on Aries. Okay, we're feeling frustration in our sexual interludes and in our partnerships right now. And it's like, gosh, I'm not getting anywhere. But we could find really healing. Instead of going and trying to get that exchange there, it's time for you to rest. Okay, I know I just told everybody exchange, exchange. Before you can exchange, you need to accumulate. So rest, go home, nurture yourself, take some time, do some reading, meditate, be out with nature. And that's where you're going to find your healing abilities and transformations. Go home, talk to mommy, okay? You know, go to a monastery, go to some of these temples, go for a hike and really enjoy. You really like being out there. Go for a nice, wonderful swim. And that will give you the notion and ideas that you need and how to move forward in your partnerships, in your financial situations, in your own transformations, and within, your sexual relationships. And that also includes, remember, other people's finances. So very important, okay? Taurus, you're having frustrations here with, whoa, one, two, I messed up here. Um, okay, you're having frustrations, sorry. Don't you hate it when you catch yourself right there? I love, though, showing that I'm human, okay? Everybody wants a perfectness. If you want perfection, it's not me. Shut me off, okay? I enjoy my humanness. I love my true authentic stuff. Anyway, Taurus, okay? This is all about also your partnership and health. What is healthy within a partnership? Doing healthy things together. It can also mean your pets and the people you work with, all right? And that is very important. So you need to move forward with that, okay? And it's kind of hard. So right now, what it's saying is, within your siblings and friends, you're going to find healing time, communicate, hang out, be casual. You've been a little bit too intense, too detailed. Just enjoy, all right? Because you've been going through a lot, you've been posing a lot, and it's now time to let go of those reins, all right? So, Gemini, you're having issues, okay, with your health, all right, and it's also to you need to realize that you need to watch your hands, no bloating, okay, any kind of bloating, because the moon and Saturn and Scorpio is going to create bloating, getting in the way. Your adrenals are overactive, okay. Make sure you're hydrated enough. You'll find a lot of healing and healing again, you know, and work and your finances and really taking a participation and being active. You're not active enough, and that is what's been causing some problems here. And so moving right along, Cancer, you are having issues going on with children. You're not really sure. Okay, your children, your romantic responsibilities, and home. Things have been going a little bit more difficult than you expected, all right? Or you've been having to give more and dealing issues with your mother or connections with your mother, and it's been a little bit more than you had anticipated. Or if not, it's just maybe you're up for it, but you just need a break now. And so the way you're going to take a break is focusing on you. Focusing on you and being connected, okay, What are the things that please you? All right? How do you display yourself? Who are you? Cancer, a lot of Cancers say, well, I'm a mother, I'm a father. No, no, no. Who are you inside? If you had to put on your obituary or your tombstone, okay, what would be the 3 words? And 3 words, okay, a mother doesn't mean anything. It can mean, or I should say, it can mean many things. What would really express your true, authentic self? Okay? And then share that. And that is very important. So allow healing with nature, being out there and connecting with the oneness and our source and divine creator, and then going and healing others by nurturing them the way you do your the way you do the thing you do. Okay, just like that song. All right, Leo. Okay, here. Your home life is going a little bit differently, all right? And, so things are going, I'm not sure about that. And so also the way certain things have been going, okay, with siblings and things, and so it's just kind of like, well, how am I going to handle that? How can I get that connection going? And so that whole idea of home, what is home? A lot of times we think of the physical home, but we need to think of the inner home here and what is connected. Have we come to healing some of those aspects? And this is asking you a time to, go ahead, take some time to heal, and that healing will transform you. Maybe offer Hoponomo to some of your siblings, ask them to offer it to you. Why not, and exchange that healing energy so that way you guys could transform yourselves. And Virgo, okay, a lot of communications with siblings, a lot of communications with your cousins, and this is really good. You needed that. It's giving you a home base and changing, transforming that home. And because of that, you're able to help transform and heal your goals. Your goals are changing. Hence, that means the group of friends you're hanging out with and your partnerships, okay? They're not so much the same. And partnerships are not necessarily marriage, okay? But the ones you do things with, you have some kind of agreement, okay? And so because you're going through this transformation, your needs are going to be different. And you might be, because Virgo is, going, no, I don't want. You guys are usually flexible and you understand that you will need those changes. Okay, Libra, your finances, maybe you're getting a new job, you're getting a new mission, you're getting extra clients, um, or a part-time job, and this is going to change how you see yourself because you have been, oh my goodness, finances has been a little bit difficult. You have been concerning yourself when you really haven't reached out and tried to find out within yourself what is it that you can offer and happen to get paid extra for. Kind of like the savings symbol work. Finding out what your worth is and having the people come down and listen to you, from that mountain, okay? So you find a lot of healing, you know, back doing work at career things, being in the public eye and in your everyday life, okay? And that's very important, in your daily routine. What is your daily routine? Okay? And making sure you're eating well. So, and doing a lot of walks. I mean, walking a lot, go about town, enjoy the neighborhood. Scorpio, okay, this is about you, and you always see your self-worth through finances. Be careful because that's not what it's all about. But your self-worth is important, okay? So, and your appearance, so you might change yourself, you might let go, shed some pounds, especially with Scorpio and Saturn. Saturn in Scorpio. I always do that. Okay. And so you see these changes and it's wonderful. They're needed. Go for it. Okay. So maybe you say, I've been stressed out. That's why. Well, maybe that's true, but now rest and let that change. Let that transformation really indulge and release those toxins within you. Okay. Again, you're going to get, a lot of healing through your children. All right. And participating with them. Okay, you're going to get healings through being out in nature. Take your children on a hike. Take them out into the lake to go swimming. Take them to the beach. Also, besides children, is your romantic partners. Okay, bring more romance into your life. Scorpio, you've been, kind of like going through abstinence, depleting yourself, and then getting upset about yourself, bring in some new ones. Okay, release the old. It's not working for you whatsoever. It hasn't. It served its purpose. It's brought wonderful gifts. Say thank you. Treasure the gifts and move right along. Okay, so Sagittarius, you're healing, you're meditating, you're realizing you're going to be going through a certain transformation. Not doing it just yet, but you are. You realize something's bubbling up and you're ready for it. You're excited about it. And trust me, by the end of this year, you're going to see, you're going to enjoy, okay? And during this time, a way to heal yourself a lot is dealing with this transformation, dealing with your sexuality. Go get a massage, okay? You know, dealing with your senses and enjoy that wonderful thrill. And then also, by being at home, by nurturing yourselves at home. And also here, Sagittarius wants to go out all the time. Well, this is one person that's saying, this time, kick everybody outside and or find your space in home and nurture yourself there at home within nature, okay? Now, Capricorn, your friends are very important. And then bringing that time to really evaluate yourself, who this is. You're evaluating you through your friends, okay? Is that really a good depiction, You need to really find your self-worth of who you are from inside. And stop being fearful of being capable to do certain things. The worst that's going to happen is you fail. How dare I tell a Capricorn that they can fail? We all have. It's no biggie. It's part of life. It's your ego that can't help it. You got issues. We all got issues. We're here. I'm a good crutch. I'll get you going. Don't worry. That's what I'm here for. Sirena Nereida, to help you with that, okay? And I say it with a lot of love. But it's time to heal. And you can heal through your partnerships and your siblings and your cousins right now. So really get involved, all right? And let them, ask them. It's like, hey, this might be a silly question, but what do you value in me? What the fuck? No, they're like, dude, have another beer. Stop talking like that. No, seriously. How do I enrich your life? Or what do you like? Okay? And think about it. Are you doing those things? Are you offering those things out of love because you really want to? Or is it because you feel that you have to? And if you feel like you have to, then you realize that there's certain transformations need to change within your relationships, okay? And that's very important. Aquarius, okay? Aquarius, very important. You're going through changes at work, your public display, your career, certain things are going on. And friends are really supporting you on this, and you're getting to enjoy them, and you're going out, and it's a big thrill, and keep doing it, okay? And so this is also helping your health, okay? I was going to hiccup. Your health and breaking old patterns, all right? It's time to break them, and you don't need those certain habits that you're doing, or minimize it a little. And that way you can really show your self-worth from inside. And Pisces, all right? Yes, it's about healing and thinking about healing as a career. Okay? About reaching out to the foreign world, a long distance, okay? Other cultures, and making it somehow into a career, and have your children help you through this, and have your lovers, your romantic partners encourage, your pets, really take them along through this journey, all right? And you'll see that you yourself are developing and transforming. This is very wonderful. So, anyway, those were the personal astrological, okay? And for those of you who want to continue, by all means, we're going to talk about yoga and nutrition, okay? Wow! Peach green tea. Oh, yes. At 102 degrees. My best friend. Okay, so anyway, silly me. Okay, this a flower full moon is all about the sacred chakra. The sacred chakra, in many cultures, the flower represents the yoni of the feminine essence, as it opens up, it offers vital life force. It is penetrated, and its pollen is shared, all right? It is sharing with the world, but we have to allow penetration. We have to allow and be ourselves to be vulnerable so that way we can share, all right? All right, not just what we want to share, but also what we are capable of sharing and realizing we're not going to die if we do. So it's very important, okay, because we go through different growing stages. Many people don't like to receive flowers because they say they're just going to die. They're going to die on the bush. And if anybody knows anything about gardening, you have to prune. We have to prune the bush, take off what is dead, okay? So we can allow more blooming. So by cutting those flowers and giving, all right, we're allowing the cycle of life to continue. And you're allowing that beautiful, wonderful essence of the flowers to penetrate your surroundings and remind you about beauty and love and abundance all over the place, especially with bringing the nature outdoors, indoors, you know. And so it's a lot of people's like, no, no, no. Think about how you see flowers and how you see yourself within your own sexuality. And that will tell you a lot. Okay? This is a necessary cycle. It's a very necessary. Now, when the flower is nourished, or well looked after, it dies before its time, and then it doesn't allow it to give pollen, okay, and to share, and it has no self-worth. And that's very important because nowadays a lot of us are working, giving so much of ourselves, and we're hurting ourselves before we can even contribute and give. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. We can't receive if we're not giving, letting that space be. Okay, so remember that we need to go back and, nurture ourselves. Remember, too, there's certain places that plants are very necessary, like at the gym, where there's constant exchange of toxins and negativity and, just stuff coming out of the pores and the breath and the hair, They say, oh, we got filtered. It's recycled, please. Like it has a whole catch and it's catching it all. Okay, no, they're not like plants. Plants really exchange it all and then give oxygen, pure, new, clean oxygen. Another place where it's very necessary is at the workspace and especially in the classroom. You got like about 30, 40 kids in one classroom. Especially, experience middle school, high school, and they're all sweaty and everything, especially after lunch or PE. And you're just like, are you serious? Okay. Allow an exchange of air there, new air, not filtered. Filtered is not the same, okay? It is not cleansing it. It is not offering renewed life force. It is just taking away, all right? That's what filtered is, and saying this is what's left over, enjoy. So be careful when acknowledging filtered, okay? Same thing with certain waters, all right? It's not giving. Okay, another way to honor our bodies in this nutritional and yoga time, with this Yoni full moon, is eating fresh fruits and vegetables. They are full of water, and we need that so that way it cleanses out the toxins. They work as a natural laxative. Fruit in the morning works as a natural laxative, gives us nutrients, gives us minerals, okay? Gives us energy, cleanses out our pipes, in other words, our abdomen, our intestines, okay? Gives us the fiber we need, and then we can eat anything else, okay? And yes, going to the bathroom several times a day, a bowel movement is required. If you're not, you need to get healthy. Something is wrong. Come see me. I'm an alkalized nutritionist. If you're not, if you're holding in, you're number one, going to the restroom, your pee and all that, you're hurting your kidneys, your adrenals. What are you doing? Seriously. Oh, it's embarrassing. I don't like to go. Get over it. Take a sanitary thing there, clean it up. Okay? You're holding in those toxins. You are saying, I want to be sick. I want to be full of shit. Okay? Seriously? Hello? I know you're smarter than that. I know you are wonderfully intelligent. Let it go. Remember, that's the theme. Let it go, let it go. Okay, so now we're going to continue on here. And the more you eat fake food, anything that's in a box, in a bag, in a can, okay, it's been stripped of its vital force, all right? It has nothing given. Oh, but they put vitamins and minerals. It's not natural. Stop it. Get over it. Get natural, okay? Oh, so it's like, well, I'm eating something organic. Make sure those seeds from the organic are not GMO. GMO and organic are two different things. Something could be organic, but it will still be genetically modified. Okay? So, like we say in German, pass auf. You know? Be aware. All right. Okay, so we need to know that. Do know that our sacred chakra, okay, the Swadhisthana, all right, means sweetness in English. It's all sweet there and wonderful, okay? And one of the things that we do to make our balance and cleanse and keep our sacred chakra healthy is dancing, all right? Is walking, is yoga, swimming, all right? Okay? And the best kind of dances for our sacred chakra is the different Latin dances, the tango, okay? The salsa, the merengue, all right? All those really deal with loosening up the hips, okay? Belly dancing, hula, you know, anything that Tahitian dancing that's going to loosen up our hips, that's going to allow us to move separately our abdominal region from the rest of the body. Okay, we need to do that, stretching that out, allowing those intestines that are at least 20 feet long room to digest and cleanse, and allowing room for our reproductive systems, to function. How do we know when our sacred chakra is really messed up? Okay, you see people walking around like this. They're tense, chest, fake sense of confidence. Yeah, it's all, and the puffiness, they can't even breathe because all this is being pushed up. All right? Yes. When you have the lumbar region of the back messed up, the mid back, all right? Abdominal region is not functioning. The stomach is not functioning. All that. Or when our reproductive systems are messed up, that is telling us our chakra, okay, our sacred chakra is not balanced, it's not cleansed, it needs balancing, it needs cleansing. When we're having trouble making money, that also says, oh, look it, okay, we need to focus, we need to open that up and enjoy life more, enjoy the pleasures, hang out with kids, and laugh with them every time, And at that time, you should realize, do some realization and manifestation, okay? Another way too is if you're having negative attitudes towards sexuality or sex. If you don't like to, oh no, I don't like to hug or kiss, oh, da, 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 that's saying you cannot receive. Saying that you cannot receive. So you might be getting money, but it's leaving. It's not really doing anything within you. Okay, it's not giving you life force. You are not allowing that life force to penetrate. When you're controlling or restraining someone's sexuality, okay, or sexualness, that also shows, okay, problems with your sacral chakra. Now when we are expressing also a lack of discipline, let's say someone is telling us something, and now we could think of something perverted connected to that. Really, what we're telling people is, all I could think about sex, I have no discipline, I'm not balanced. All right? And so that is very important, okay? Innuendos are just innuendos, and they're considered innuendos only on the perception of the person who's considering it an innuendo, not necessarily from the person who is saying it. Didn't think about that, huh? Okay, so a lot of times people say, oh, they're sexual harassing me, they're saying these things, and they're all innuendos, they're not straight out, they're indirect comments. If you acknowledge it, that means you are on the same plane. That means you're in the same dimension of that pervertedness. Hello. If you don't acknowledge it, it's gone. It goes through. It passes us, and the person will see that after a while. Okay? So when we need to escape ourselves to enjoy pleasure, intoxicate ourselves to enjoy pleasure, that's also another way of, another form of our body saying that our sacral chakra is imbalanced. Okay, how to imbalance it is always remembering, accepting, and giving love. Saying good morning, that is giving love. very simple. You don't have to give a kiss. You don't have to give a hug. Just when you walk by someone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. You're not asking a conversation. You're not even being false by saying, how are you? It's the worst thing you do. How are you? And keep walking. Hi, how are you? Fine, thank you. You lied. Both of you lied. You're just giving negative energy. Hello. Okay, so don't. Remember too that honoring children, especially to the ages of 7-14, and giving them allowance to be themselves, of developing themselves, okay, and deservedness and their love of themselves is very important, because to develop that sacral chakra and be a confident, and loving person as they get older. All right. Also, things to consider is, cow pose really helps. We do the warrior pose, okay? The rowing from Qijon. There's different poses that open up that region. Just the stretching all the way back when you're going all the way. We call it the back bend in gymnastics, okay? And it opens up the loin area, all right? And that's very important, to allow that energy to flow through there. A lot of different crystals one can wear to help is the carnelian, okay, tiger's eyes, onyx, things of giving fertility, of giving stability and transformation, the multivite. Woohoo, I'm all about multivite today. Okay, and so, enjoying that and wearing it, wearing certain essence, and incense, putting on of, so that would be neroli, orange blossom, sandalwood, jasmine. Those are ones that really encourage the cleansing, balancing, and cleansing of the sacral chakra. Okay, and always tell yourself in the mirror, "I love you, Neris." Well, insert your name. "I love you, Sirena. I love you, Nereida." Use all the different names that are used to imply you. Okay, and then meditation by water to the Archangel Metatron. Okay, and we, you know, focus on a pyramid, the nice orange glow there in our abdominal region. Make sure you hear flowing water in the background, and focus and recall, say, "I allow me to be me. I like me. I love me." All right, "I enjoy all aspects of me. I allow myself to heal. I relax. I rest. I heal my body. I heal my soul with laughter and joy and pleasure." Okay, I bring in laughter, joy, and pleasure in every aspect of my life, including work and with children. Even if you're going to a temple that says shh, I'm sorry, if they're not allowing us pleasure there, it's not happening. They're not honoring our true authentic self. Okay, keep meditation, and that you fill yourself with oneness and goodness, of the world and your nature and yourself, and that you are a temple being. You respect your body, which is a vessel on this plane, on this world, okay, that is needed to nourish and to give until we ascend, all right, with oneness. So meditate on your self-worth and your self-awareness, and how much you give and that you can receive. And by respecting yourself, by allowing you to be, by honoring, remember, and this is all through perspective of balance, okay? Not of victimhood, not of ego deserving and aggressiveness, but of balance, disciplined balance, okay? And that is what's very important. So I thank you. Thank you for watching. This is Sirena Nereida. Chelsito. Contact me. CelestialSoulWellness.com, okay? You can also find me on Thumbtack.com, here on YouTube, Nereida Sirena. Also on Sirena's Wellbeing Facebook, or Sirena Nereida on Facebook. Thank you so much for all your support. I appreciate, and I'm in gratitude of all your donations and contributions, and that you share with me and others, what I have to say, around the world. And if you actually saw this whole video all the way through, woohoo! Okay, but that's why I put the different times, so that way I don't bore the living heck of you, okay? So, anyway, Chelsito, have a beautiful, beautiful Yoni full moon.